Hello, 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 hello. This is your one and only Prince Ed, the Prince of God, coming your way again. Today we are going to talk about recognition. The topic is the power of recognition. The power of recognition. Recognition is very, very important. It has a power. You, as a person, recognizing who you are brings with it a power. If people recognize who you are, it gives you a power. But most of the time, people does not recognize a thing. But the thing is, you as a person, as an individual, have to recognize yourself and do not allow anything to prevent you from recognizing this. Recognition comes with it power. Recognition comes with it power. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, early in the morning, you look in the mirror, you see yourself in the mirror, and you ask yourself, who is this? Who is this? And so recognition is powerful. You look in your mirror, people look in the mirror, and they want to see themselves. They want to see a better version of themselves. They want to recognize themselves. Sometimes we see a person that has used drugs so much, and you will not be able to recognize that person. That person has lost his cognition, he has lost himself. And so when we recognize ourselves, it brings with it power. When God was bringing all of us into this world, each and every one of us has a particular purpose. But as we came into this world and we live in as human beings, we live in the societies that we are living, most of us do not recognize themselves, or they refuse to accept who they are, which in turn put them into prison. And so they will live all their lives, but they don't live as themselves. They don't live the way as they're supposed to live. They have not recognized themselves. And so recognition is very, very important. Christ can be around, but if we don't recognize him, it does not help us. If you don't recognize, if you're living with someone and you don't recognize that person might have something that can help you, but you refusing to recognize that person's position, that person is not, will not, it will still be what he is, but it will not benefit you. If you don't recognize your doctor as a doctor, the doctor cannot help you. Recognition is powerful. So now that's the topic, the power of recognition. Usually I wake up early, about 4:30, get myself ready to work. But my wife, although she does not work, immediately my alarm comes on, or even earlier than that, my wife wakes up early and prepares my food and get things ready for me. And you see, and so because she has recognized her position, she does miracles. When she cooks, she has a different kind of hands. Because of what? She has recognized her position. Sometimes she gives me so much, and I say, "Oh, darling, it's so much. I can't even eat all of this. It's too much." Why? She does it with joy. She has recognized her position, which gives her which gives her authority in her position. And so recognition is very, very important. All of us have to recognize. You have to recognize who you are. It doesn't matter if nobody recognizes you as such. You have to recognize who you are and be that. That is the only way we can benefit ourselves and benefit others. That is the only way we can be a blessing to ourselves and be a blessing to others. If we recognize ourselves and be who we are meant to be, that is how we will be fulfilling the purpose for which we've been brought to this world. That is how we will be fulfilling what we are meant to be as we are brought in this world. And I can also say that that is what makes Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. There is Christ in everyone. There is a Superman in everyone. But you have to recognize yourself. You have to look into the mirror and say, this is me, and be you. You have to know yourself and you will be known. You have to realize who you are and be who you are. That is the only way you will be able to satisfy your soul. The power of recognition. You have to recognize yourself of the person that you are. Other than that, otherwise, you will not be of a benefit to anything, to yourself, to your society. And you will not be achieving the purpose to which God brought you on earth to be. So now, that is our message for today. The power of recognition. The power of recognition. It goes a long way. You have to recognize what God is doing at this moment. You have to recognize yourself. You have to recognize whatever is going on around you. That is the only way you can find your way out in situations and things. And so that is the power. You recognizing yourself, you recognizing the current state of things. You recognize, most importantly, you have to recognize yourself, who you are. Don't let the influence of the outside world control and overtake you. You have to recognize yourself and come out of the shell. Like we did a video yesterday. You have to come out of the shell. You have to be a Superman. You have to come out of the shell and be yourself. You have to recognize who you are and be who you are. The power of recognition.